problema na naman ngayon.
Good afternoon mga kaagis. We are here again, your vloggers, Neil Anthony Casyon,
And Irish Ginsanas.
to give you tips and knowledge about organizing. So first, let us define organizing. So organizing is the function of management which follows planning. It is a function which combination of human, physical, and financial sources takes place.
So, all the three resources are important to get the results. Therefore, organizational functions helps in achievements of results, which in fact is important for the functioning of a concern. Functioning.
Okay, naman.
So, a manager performs organizing function with the help of following steps. There are 4 steps that needs to be followed. So, first,
Identification of activities. So, all the activities which have to be performed in a concern have to be identified first. For example, preparation of accounts, making sales, record keeping, quality control, inventory control, and etc. All these activities have to be grouped and classified into units.
second, departmentally organizing the activities. In these steps, the managers tries to combine and group similar and related activities into units or departments. So, these organizations of dividing the whole concern into independent units and dependent is called departmentation.
So third, classifying the authority. Once the departments are made, the manager likes to classify the powers and its extent to the managers. This activity of giving a rank in order to the managerial position is called hierarchy. The top management is into formulation of policies. The middle level management into department supervision management.
Partner, do you know what is the last?
No partner.
So, fourth is coordination between authority and responsibility. It is the relationships which is established among various groups to enable smooth interactions toward the achievement of the organizational goal. Each individual is made aware of this authority and he or she knows whom they take the orders from and to whom they are accountable and
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double.
So, in connection to the previous vlogger, which is Mr. Neil Anthony Casyon and Miss Irish Ginsanas, I'm here, your vlogger Norman, to give you information about the importance of organizing. So, first, specialization. Organizational structure is a network of relationship in which the worker is divided into units. The departments. This division of works is helping in bringing specialization in various activities of concern. Well-defined jobs. Organizational structures helps in putting right men on right job, which can be done by selecting people to various departments according to their qualifications, skills, and experience. This is helping in defining the job properly, which clarifies the role of every person. So, clarifies authority. Organizational structure helps in clarifying the role, position to every manager. This can be done by clarifying the power to every manager and the way he has exercise those powers should be clarified so that misuse of power do not take place. So, coordination. Organization is a means of creating coordination among different departments of the enterprise. It creates clear-cut relationship among positions and ensure mutual cooperation among individuals. Harmony of work is both by higher-level manager exercising their authority over interconnected activities of lower level management. So fifth, effective administration. The organization structure is helpful in defining the job position. The role to be performed by different managers are clarified. Specialization as achieved through division of work. This all leads to efficient and effective administration. So sixth, growth and diversification. A company's growth is totally dependent on how efficiently and smoothly a concern works. Efficiency can be both about clarifying the role position to the manager, coordination between authority and responsibility, the concentration on specialization. In addition to this, a company can be diversified if its potential grow. This is possibly only when organization structure is well defined. This is possible through a set of formal structure. So number 7, sense of security. Organizational structures clarified the job position. The role assigned to every manager is clear. Coordination is possible. Therefore, clarity of power helps automatically in increasing mental satisfaction and nearby a sense of security in a concern. This is very important for job satisfaction. So number 8, scope for new changes. Where the rule and activities to be performed are clear and every person get independence in which working, this provides enough space to a manager to develop his talent and flourish his knowledge. A manager gets ready for taking independent decision which can be route or path to adoption of new techniques of production. These scopes bring new changes into the running of an enterprise is possible only through a set of organizational structures. So that is the 8 importance of organization. So, organizing process can be done efficiently if the manager have certain guidelines so that they can take decisions and act to organize an effective manner. The following principles of organization can be used by a manager. So, these are the following principles that should be used for effective organization.
So first, principle of specialization. According to the principle, the whole work of a concern should be divided amongst the subordinates on the basis of qualifications.
So these are the principles that should be used in organizing process. So this is the definition of organizing process. So organizing process can be done efficiently if the manager have certain guidelines so that they can take decisions and act to organize in an effective manner. The following principles of organization can be used by a manager. So these are the following principles for an effective organization.
So number 1, principle of specialization. According to the principle, the whole work of a concern should be divided amongst the subordinates on the basis of qualifications, abilities, and skills. It is through division of work specialization can be achieved which results in effective organization.
Grabe partner, para atang nagmamadali ka ron ha. Second, principles of functional definition. According to this principle, all of the functions in a concern should be completely and clearly defined to the managers and subordinates. This can be done by clearly defining the duties, responsibilities, authority, and relationship of people toward each other.
Third, principles of span and of control or supervision. In this principle, span of control is a span of supervision which depicts the number of employees that can be handled and controlled effectively by a single manager. According to this principle, a manager should be able to handle what number of employees under him should be decided. This decision can be taken by choosing either from a wide or narrow span. There are two types of span control. So first is wide span of control. It is one in which a manager can supervise or control effectively a large group of persons at one time. So it features less overhead cost of supervision. Second, prompt response from the employees. Third, better communication. Fourth, better supervision. Fifth, better coordination. And lastly, suitable for repetitive jobs. Ikaw na ang partner.
So, according to the span that Mr. Anthony Cassion stated a while ago, one manager can effectively and efficiently handle a large number of subordinates at one time. So, partner, you should mention the letter B first.
Letter B, or the second span of control, is the narrow span of control.
It's okay.
This span, the work and the authority is divided amongst many subordinates, and a manager doesn't supervises or control a very big group of people under him. The manager, according to a narrow span, supervises a selective number of employees at one time. The features are, ikaw ng partner.
Work which requires tight control and supervision. For example, handicrafts. Sorry. Ivory works and etc. Which requires craftsmanship. Their narrow span is more helpful. So second, coordination is difficult to be achieved. Third, communication gaps can come. Number four, message can be distorted. Fifth, specialization which can be achieved. So, fourth, principles of scalar chain. Scalar chain is a chain of command or authority which flows from top to bottom. With a chain of authority available, wastage of resources are minimized, communication is effected, overlapping of work is avoided, and easy organization takes place.
So the last principle is the principle of unity of command. It implies one subordinate, one superior relationship. Every subordinate is answerable and accountable to one boss at one time. This helps in avoiding communication gaps, and feedback and response is prompt. Unity of command also helps in effective combination of resources, that is physical, financial resources, which helps in easy coordination and therefore effective organization.
So these are the pros and cons of organizing management.
Pros. First, is organizing provides a guide for action. Organizing can direct everyone's actions toward desired outcomes. When actions are coordinated and focused on specific outcomes, they are much more effective.
So 2. Organizing improves resource utilized. Resources are always scarce in organizations. The managers need to make sure the resources they have are used effectively.
Third, organizing provides motivation and commitment. People are not motivated when they do not have clear goals and do not know what is expected of them. Organizing reduces uncertainty and indicates what everyone is expected to accomplish.
4. Organization set performance standards. Organization defines desired outcomes as well as mileposts to define progress. This provides the standards for assessing when they are progressing and when they need correction.
Lastly is organizing allows flexibility. Through the goal-setting process, manager identify key resources in the organization as well as critical factors outside the organization that need to be monitored. Cons. First is organizing prevents action. Managers can become so focused on organizing and trying to plan for every eventually that they never get around to implementing the plans.
Organizing leads to having a good organizing can lead managers to believe they know where the organization is going and how it will get there.
Third, organizing prevents flexibility. Although good plans or good organization can lead to flexibility, the opposite can also occur. Mid and lower level managers may feel that they must follow a plan even when their experience shows it is not working instead.
So lastly, organization inhibits creativity. Related to what was earlier said, people in the organization may feel they must carry out the activity defined in the plan. So that is the last part for con. So I hope that this vlog will give you knowledge on how to organize a business. Thank you for watching and bye-bye!